The honourable member for Calgary-Midnapore.
Mr. Speaker, the Liberals continue to break their promises. The Prime Minister claimed he would make Canada an energy superpower, but refuses to put even one pipeline on his project list. He also told us he'd create jobs, but Canada has lost 86,000 jobs since he took over. That includes 1,000 people let go in the oil sector in Calgary this last week. So does the Prime Minister realize that his broken promises have real consequences for Canadian workers?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Natural Resources.
Mr. Speaker, I think that we should look at the comments from the Premier of Alberta. We should look at the comments from the Premier of Ontario. What we're seeing is a number of premiers, conservative premiers, very excited about our goals to make Canada an energy superpower, both conventional and renewable. In terms of the workers in Imperial, my heart goes out to them. The reality of the situation is it is always a bad idea to bet against Canadian workers and Canadian workforce, and we're going to be there for them to help them.
Honourable member for Calgary-Midnapore.
This member should be ashamed for all the constituents who have lost jobs in his riding. The Liberals are building bureaucracies, not pipelines. TC Energy has invested $8 billion in the United States. Enbridge is building two pipelines there. Their CEO blames Canada's keep-it-in-the-ground policies. Well, he's right. Our deficit is doubled. We have the fastest shrinking G7 economy. $52 billion of investment has fled Canada. 86,000 people have lost their jobs. So does the Prime Minister realize that his keep-it-in-the-ground policies are keeping Canadians out of work?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Natural Resources.
Mr. Speaker, globally in the last 10 years, oil and gas production's increased 6%. In Canada, it's increased 34%. At the same time, we reduced our emissions by 15%. The policies that the member opposite references have allowed our product to be competitive on the global market and open up new markets. And this is how we make ourselves an energy superpower in the both conventional and renewable sense.
For Ponoka-Didsbury.
The Prime Minister is breaking his promises to Canadians. He claimed that Canada would become an energy superpower, but refuses to put a pipeline on his list of nation-building projects. He promised the fastest-growing economy in the G7, yet he's delivered the fastest shrinking. He promised to create jobs, yet he's lost 86,000 jobs since becoming the Prime Minister. And to make matters worse, TC Energy is investing over $8 billion in an energy infrastructure project, not in Canada, but in the United States. President Trump has made it clear he wants to take jobs and investment away from Canada. So why is this Prime Minister so hell-bent on helping him?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
You would think this parade of members of Parliament from Alberta would know the basic facts. We've increased petroleum production over 30% while getting our emissions down, Mr. Speaker. We built a pipeline to the West Coast, increasing our oil exports, something he and Stephen Harper could never do. We are getting Canada's GDP up. We are creating opportunities in Canada's resource sector. MPs from Alberta should know the difference, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Ponoka-Didsbury.
Nothing could be further from the truth. The Liberals can't get their story straight on the economy. On one hand, they say that tariffs are hurting us. On the other hand, they claim that we have the best possible tariffs of anyone in the world. Both of these statements can be true, but that never stops a Liberal from saying them. Here are the facts since this Prime Minister took office. The deficit has doubled. Canada has the fastest shrinking G7 economy with the second highest unemployment. $54 billion of net investment has fled the country. And 86,000 people have lost their jobs. Energy workers can't afford to wait for empty promises to materialize. If the Prime Minister can't get the job done, why won't he get out of the way so Conservatives can get back to work and build this country?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Industry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, in this crisis that we're in, it is so important to work hard to protect jobs, to create jobs, and to bring the talent that we need to this country. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary can take it from the top. We were elected, Mr. Speaker, to protect jobs, to create jobs, and to foster the best job-creating situation in the G7, and that's exactly what we're doing.
That's right.
And we have to defend ourselves in the United States, but meanwhile, we're working hard with Build Canada Homes using Canadian steel, Canadian lumber, with the most aggressive Buy Canadian procurement policy that this country's ever seen, with new protections for workers, with a strategic response fund. Mr. Speaker, we'll always be there for workers and businesses.
The honourable member for Bow River.
Mr. Speaker, another Alberta MP here watching $1 trillion going out of the country. The Prime Minister keeps breaking his promises. He said Canada would be an energy superpower, yet will not greenlight a single pipeline. He promised the fastest growing economy in the G7, but now he got the fastest shrinking. He said he would create jobs, but 86,000 are gone. Enbridge is calling out the Liberal anti-energy policy and is building 2 new pipelines in the United States. Does the Prime Minister understand that his war on Canadian energy is sending good-paying jobs to the U.S.?
Hear, hear. The Honourable Government House Leader.
Well, once again, it falls on the lowly old MP for Gatineau, Quebec, to point out some Alberta truths to the Alberta members over there. We built a pipeline to Tidewater. We're increasing Canada's GDP. We're getting the world price to benefit the workers in the resource industry in Alberta. And if he doesn't believe it, you know what? I'll get him Danielle Smith's phone number and he can ask her.